It's the men who deny toxic masculinity who are living with the chokehold of it. This poor boy does not believe toxic masculinity. His girlfriend doesn't believe it too, even though she repeatedly told me she did, in a rando beef that they decided to start today. And they sadly will never learn anything. So I hope for Neve someday she does. But it makes me think about why people like Robert Blackman and the Met exhibition about Black style are so important. So this same addled person was like, well, do you believe in toxic femininity? And the patriarchy got him addled. But this actually will help get us unaddled. So Robert Blackman is dressing up as he might have in the 1700s. And people said, but how could you? Now, there were freed Black people in Europe, in the America, but percentage-wise, the vast majority would be enslaved people. And these enslaved people would be dressed to the nines to highlight the power of the owner. So for example, if you were someone who was in charge of the other enslaved people, you would be dressed very well. Now, what was dressing well in the 1700s was drastically different than now. Part of the thing is, in the 1700s, cloth was extremely expensive, and dyed cloth was often exorbitantly expensive. So dressing in something like pink was very manly because it was a signal of being very powerful and very rich. Masculinity has often been tied to wealth and power. It's why unnamed boys argue with creators on the internet because they feel powerless. It is a symptom of toxic masculinity. But I'm linking this video because there's a bigger point he makes. And this is why there is no toxic femininity. This is why people who are poor and white have more privilege than even wealthy people of color or wealthy Black people. It's because all things are not equal. This man is owned by her family. His descendants are living in a system where his family was owned. We don't live in theory. We live in reality. And the thing about people who say, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity, with as much emotion as they can possibly have, is they're demonstrating how important these norms are, how much they've been passed down to us, and how being scared of toxic masculinity or intellectualism or thinking will only propagate that system. Or you could be a real man, face up to toxic masculinity, become yourself, dress like you want, and don't deny the history we had.